Hey everybody, it's Abby Glassberg from Craft Industry Alliance. I hope you are having a great day today. We are here live every Wednesday afternoon to do a member spotlight where we get to drop in on one of our amazing members and learn all about their business. And today we're going to be talking with a Happy Stitch. So Melissa Quaal will be joining us, and hopefully we can get Melissa on here in just a moment. I'm very excited to have her. And I did want to tell you before we jump in with Melissa that we have a program open. Actually, today is Wednesday through Friday of this week. It's called our Mastermind Group Program. If that's something that might interest you, you get to be paired up with between maybe 4 and 5 other craft business owners who are all kind of at the same stage of business that you're at. And together you focus on a particular topic like marketing, leadership, teaching, publishing, whatever you're interested in most. You meet every other week for 3 full months and work toward meeting your goals together. It is such a powerful program. It is so amazing. Everybody who did it in January loved it, and I think you will too. If that sounds interesting to you, please head over to our website, craftindustryalliance.org, and you can sign up there, and we would love to have you. So I'm going to invite Melissa. Let's see, Melissa, it is saying you need to update your Instagram in order to join. So I hope you can hear me, and maybe you can do that while we're waiting. So anyway, our Mastermind Group Program is open now, and I hope that you will jump in and join. The other cool news that we have here at Craft Industry Alliance is that we are the strategic partners for a brand new industry trade show. It's called H&H Americas. You might have heard of H&H Cologne, which is a trade show that has been going on for a long time. It is the premier craft industry trade show in the world, and it usually takes place in Cologne, Germany every year. And so for the very first time, that show is going to be in the US as well. So H&H Cologne will still exist in March. And H&H Americas is a brand new version of that show, and it's going to be in Chicago next June. And so Craft Industry Alliance, we are the strategic partner in bringing that show to the US, and it really is a show that's going to unite all the different kind of fiber craft, soft craft parts of the industry. So that's weaving, spinning, dyeing, everything yarn related, knitting, crochet, then also embroidery, cross stitch, needlepoint, all of that, as well as sewing, garment sewing, quilting, all things sewing. So it's going to be a great show, and we hope that you join us, and you can learn more about that on the H&H Americas site. So that is very exciting news. All right. Hey, Melissa, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so sorry about the update. That is a classic move on my part.
It's always something. No, but you're here now, so that's great. And I love your business, as I think you know, but I would love to hear a little bit, maybe talk first about what you're working on now, because I always feel like you're working on new collaborations and you have new things going on. So give us like an insight into like a snapshot of right now, and then we'll kind of work our way back.
Oh, thanks for saying all that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do have exciting things going on right now. I have 2 really fun collaborations. Every other month, I give my supplies to a different artist, and they create a different kit. Together, we create a different kit, a whole new way of making espadrilles, and it's always really exciting. So right now, I have some Jen Hewitt fabric. She did a collaboration with Fringe Supply Co. and she designed fabric for their really popular, I'm forgetting the name, it was a bag, really popular bag, and knitting bag, and they had leftover canvas when they shut down. So it was perfect for the espadrilles. So we have a little bit of that left and a few kits left working with a leather working artist, Treasure, from Nikki and Mallory, and she made the most beautiful minimalist design, fold over. They're just gorgeous, using leather. So we got leather working supplies, and we have a few more days on of that kit being sold as well.
That's super
and then
cool.
Some other fun ones coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's super cool. I love that you collaborate with all of these artists and it's always espadrilles, but you never know what it's going to be. They can be woven, they can be made with leather, as you said, made with canvas with different prints. There's so many. It's almost like a canvas that you can use to like paint whatever you want on it.
Yeah, it's absolutely my favorite thing. Like, it's like the thing that keeps me going is seeing the different ways that people can use this same super humble supply and make different interesting things with it. So yeah, I love that you love it because it's so exciting for me. Like, the kits are really fun for me, but it kind of keeps me extra interested in what I'm doing even.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So show us some of the pieces that you have, some like the supplies that are maybe hopefully around you. It looks like you're kind of in the studio behind you. So to give people kind of a sense of like what is an espadrille kit, like how do you do this craft?
Yeah. Well, so this is for anyone not familiar, this is like I'm too close, but this is the espadrille. It's a classic shoe made of jute and a thin bit of rubber. And what's so fun about it is you can just stitch the top right onto it. You can see this stitch. You sew this fabric top and you just stitch it on and you have made shoes. I mean, that still continues to amaze me. The kit itself comes in my box and it's really basic supplies. You know, it's really easy stuff. Comes with fabric of your choice or no fabric. A lot of people already have a ton of fabric. I make my own booklet with instructions in it. And then I also have designed the pattern for all the different sizes. Of course, the shoe sole. This is what it looks like. These are the shoe soles. I just continue to be sort of amazed that you can just buy a shoe sole. Like, it never even occurred to me until I was doing this. And now, of course, you see all these different shoe kits and it's sneakers and it's like, oh man, makers can make anything. Let's see. This little baggie comes with everything in it of the sort of smaller supplies, the needles, the special needles that you need. This is just the point turner. It's a chopstick. And then these are needle pullers. So these, some people love them, some people don't. I do not, but people love them. So they can help you pull the needle out. I think it's like, what are those called when you wash dishes? Like, whether you wear washing gloves or not, like, I need to touch things, even if it ruins my hands. There's special espadrille yarn. And then this cute little wax, which helps keep the espadrille yarn from getting tangled when you're stitching it. And also just simple pins. Nice sharp pins.
That's great. So it truly is like everything that you needed. So if you were, somewhere where you didn't have access to your stuff, you could get this kit and kind of just make it wherever.
With you need a sewing machine. Okay. You need a sewing machine. I want to work with Alexis Bailey of Fiber and Cloth to do a hand sewing one, but she's always busy. So someday, keep watching.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you just need your access to your sewing machine, and then you have everything that you need. That's so cool. So tell us how you got into doing this, because it is really amazing that you can make your own shoes, and it is an endless canvas, as you mentioned, but you weren't always doing this. You've been doing a lot of different sustainable sewing for a long time. And so how did this come to be that this is your business?
Yeah, it's a great question. I was into sewing for clothes for myself and sewing clothes for others. And I guess just you grow into that feeling of appreciating what sewing brings to your life. And I came across the shoe soles hanging in a fabric boutique that I used to teach at. And I was like, that's amazing. Bought the shoe soles and then realized I needed all of these other materials that I had to go search for. And it felt kind of silly. Like, why is this thing not come with everything? So that was my first sort of, that's interesting. And I started actually teaching classes on how to make espadrilles. And I feel like everybody everybody embraced it the same way I had, which was like, this is so fun. And I just got thinking more about ways that I could continue to make things as the main part of my life, and care for my family, and ways that I could make that work. And the shoes were featured in Bust magazine. And that's when I thought, oh, wow, maybe I'll try selling a few kits and see what happens, given they're getting a little bit of exposure. Not knowing at the time that print magazine doesn't actually translate very well to online sales. So just for anyone out there, now you know. But in the end, it translated. Actually, I think, Abby, you put it in your newsletter very early on.
I definitely did. I don't know if that was helpful or not, but I just
Oh,
thought it was so
absolutely.
cool.
That was my first big, like, Bust magazine was super fun and it was awesome, but it was your newsletter that I was like, oh,
Good.
people are paying attention and they're into this. Yeah, and the rest is as they say, history, because it's been,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I know we talked at the very start about collaboration. So was there a first collaboration, or like how did the seed for that idea begin? Because I think that's such a brilliant idea, and it's applicable to people with all different kinds of products to say, hey, I make this. Why don't we work together and kind of come up with a version of this that works for both of us and kind of market it together? And as you said, it kind of keeps the product exciting and interesting for you, but also for the audience. So I
Mhm.
wonder how that kind of the seed of that kind of came about or flourished for you.
I always liked the idea of the business that I'm building, being able to support other small businesses. So I feel like I was always trying to think of how can I, if I'm going to do this, how can I, spread it a little bit? And I feel like there were always people doing that for me, willing to amplify my business as well. And I'm trying to think of even I did a sort of blog tour, and I noticed that, like, Delia Randall from Delia Creates made a leather pair, and people did interesting things with them. And I was like, it would be really cool to be able to use their expertise and turn that into a whole new pattern that people could use or that people could buy. So the seed was there. And then Katie Cortman had asked me to do something with So Happy Color, like one of her original fabulous ideas. And I was like, I'll do it if you'll do shoes with me. So she made a painted pair, and she ended up being the first one doing that. And as it grew, I realized that I needed to offer more than just the idea or the inspiration of how to do other shoes, and offer the whole kit. And that opened me up to being able to do, all of these different things, woven and punch needle, and really incorporate all the different ways that you can use a shoe sole. So
That's amazing. Yeah, it is. It is really, really cool and such a neat business.
Thank you
And
so
so,
much.
where can people go if they want? Like, what's available now? What can people get today? And where should they go to get a kit and kind of give this a go?
Well, my shop is on Etsy, but you can go to ahappystitch.com to get a direct link to the Etsy shop. Right now, I do have more of the leather kits available, not for long, but I do have some of those, which are definitely, check them out if nothing else. There's a $10 PDF that you can get that shows you how to do it and includes the patterns. You can even save the idea for later. And I do have some Jen Hewitt fabrics of that fabulous French Supply Co. fabric. But I also have others, like the standard ones I have, like I have organic solid fabrics, organic striped fabrics, and also a line of the Rifle Paper Company fabrics, which are just a
So
great weight. Yeah. And they stand out on the shoes, but they're also kind of a classic. So
yeah, that's great. And then you can also get. Am I right that you can also get kind of a kit that you use your own fabric with too, if you
yes.
already have tons of fabric?
Yes, that's my kit for, like, the makers, the people who
Right.
have a massive
For those
stash.
of us who are like drowning in fabric, but
Yeah.
and the other cool thing about that too, and I know we've spoken about this once before, but where like you could upload a fabric design to Spoonflower, for example, or make a print yourself in some way that is completely unique to you. So yeah, you could use off the shelf fabric that you have or vintage fabric that you find, but you could also make fabric that is completely unique to you, and then you truly have a pair of shoes that nobody else has.
That nobody else has. Yeah. In fact, the kits that come without fabric come with a 50% off coupon for Spoonflower. So you can get the right kind of fabric for shoes and the right amount in any design that they have in the marketplace. And I think I know we've talked about this before, but there was somebody, this is my favorite. There was a customer who got, now she made shoes for her OBGYN and she made them with uterus fabric. I was like, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Who would think to ever amazing. Do that? I love that so much.
I think that's awesome. And I think it's inspiring too to think, okay, well, what could I do? Who could I make these for? And what totally unique print could I put on them? Teachers, it's a great, there's just so many options there. Yeah. So yeah, it's such a cool thing to be able to do. So Melissa, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Telling us about A Happy Stitch, telling us about espadrille kits. And I hope people will, first of all, follow you on Instagram if they're not already, but also check out your shop and get themselves a kit.
Oh, thanks, Abby. It was so nice to talk with you.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.
Bye.